Vibes. What was your first major international competition?
My first major international competition was World Indoors in 2012 in Istanbul, Turkey.
2012. How old are you now?
I was gonna say 2012.
26.
So you was like
So I was
what,
at
18?
yeah. That was my second year under 20, so yeah, I was 18.
Okay. Was you the youngest on the team at that time?
Youngest on the team, we got bronze in the 4x4. If I recall in the final, this was my first indoor meet ever. If I recall in the
Yeah.
finals, Conrad Williams, boy, I think it's Conrad Williams. This was the
Mm.
first time, and I was trying to pass him on the turn, and he bumped me so hard. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try that again.
Why was the strength not there? Was the strength not there at that time?
Nah, it wasn't there. I was done a skinny man already, yeah.
Again.
So just imagine how skinny I was back at that age.
What was it like when you guys got the medal?
At, at that point in time when we got a medal, it was like, wow. I was like really overwhelmed because I was just thinking, I'm the youngest on the team. We went there for 4x4. I was just hoping to make a final and we left with a medal. I was like, wow, this is my first. I cherish that medal so much. And I was like, well, I just overwhelmed. It was a great experience. I ain't even gonna lie. And I was like,
And
this is just the beginning because it just started.
when you
True.
obviously joining the team, who was the guy that kind of looked out for you? Or was there a person who looked out for you?
Two people I would say Rennie Kwao definitely looked out for me a lot on that team, and Jamal James, he's a 800-meter runner. He really,
Yeah.
really had my back on that team because
Mm.
they kind of show me the ropes of how it is when you're big man thing now, when you're out there and you know.
Yeah. I feel that. So then so from 2012 to say 20, did you go to the Olympics in 2016?
Yeah.
So between then and 2016, it was very college-based stuff. And then you get to the Olympics.
hmm
How did that experience go for you? Because that's like the mecca for us in athletics.
Well, it was definitely a great experience, and to this day, I would always attribute going to 2016 Olympics was one of the biggest life-changing moments for me.
Mm.
I barely made the Olympic team for Trinidad. I was alternate on the 4x4 as after a terrible season. I
Mm.
was running trash home all year 2016 and Olympic trials. I just skimmed that sixth place and ran 46:02, which at the point in
Mm.
time was my second fastest time. And
Yeah.
I went to the Olympics, didn't get opportunity to compete, but I saw Marshall Sideno break our national record. I saw Wayne Van Niekerk break the world record, and I sat there in awe, and I was like, well, wow, if these guys could come here and do it, then maybe I could do it too. So it was definitely motivation for me going to the Olympics and seeing all these athletes run so fast. And to me, one of the biggest things was Marshall breaking our
Mm.
national record because that had stand for so long. It was 44:21 by Ian Morris,
Yeah.
and to see Sideno come third in a 400 meters in one of the fastest races in history, that was a big motivation for me.
So fast forward a year, and Trinidad win gold in the 4x4. What change? What did you do? Because you said you ran 46:02, and that was your second fastest run.
Yeah.
So that was your second fastest run at the time. And fast forward a year, you're now part of the team that's won the world champs. What did you do to change that? Because
Boy,
that's a massive improvement from a year where you was just spectating, and now you're a world champ.
when I went back to Alabama after the Olympics and after seeing
Mm.
all of this, I was like, boy, you had to train hard because yeah, if you want to be on this stage, it's not gonna come easy. Multiple practices I vomit, dog. Multiple practices I vomit. I keep pushing myself. I keep pushing myself every practice in and out. I keep pushing myself, and
Mm.
eventually I had a really good season in the collegiate season, really good season in 2017, and
Mm.
going into the world championships. I remember I had one class and while in class, I wasn't even doing no work. I was just watching Diamond Leagues, trying to see who's the fastest person, who I would be up against, and kind of doing statistics in my brain just to see what I would need to run to get a medal. I was really thinking about going pro. And when I got there and I got the medal in 200, I was like, wow, like just to see where I was in 2016 and fast forward and all this progress. I mean, and it was something I was praying hard for too. So I was like, thank God, because I would have never thought back then that this would have happened. So, that was just something really big for me. And then for the 4x4 goal, I know that we had a chance to beat the US. But I know it would have to be. It would have, in my mind, I was thinking it had to pan out the way it did, because I feel like if we were too far behind, we didn't have a chance. If we got the baton in front, we definitely didn't have a chance. If we got it in a close second, I know for sure it would have been over. And exactly how we thought it could have happened for us to win, that same way it happened. And the first thing came to my mind, I was like, wait, we really win this, boy? And then, but it was crazy, dog. That was crazy.
I was in Grenada at the time, and it was me and my brethren, and we were sitting there. We just watched like the 4x1, and that was great because obviously Britain won. So we were like, okay, yeah, cool. That we didn't expect that, but tight race. Well done to the guys. So then we're sitting there and we're watching the 4x4, and we were like, yo, this race is looking a bit close. So we start sitting there like, rah. Let me pour a drink, and said, if the team who we both say doesn't win, you had to drink that particular shot. And I ended up taking the shot. And I sat there and I thought, I should have trusted my instincts from the get-go. I should have really trusted my instincts. But, you win some, you lose some. Then, fast forward another year or 9 months, Commonwealth Games.
Why does his internet keep going?
What was your confidence going into that?
This guy, your internet keeps
I know.
falling out.
Clearly, my internet doesn't. Virgin Media doesn't like me today. I don't know.
I hear fast forward another year.
Yeah, fast forward a year, maybe about 9 months, and we get to the Commonwealth Games. What was your confidence going into that?
Well, my confidence was up because I opened in 2027. I ran a national record in the 300 meters indoor. I ran 32:10, and I was feeling sharp when I remember doing some 60s in the Commonwealth Games in practice, and these were the fastest 60s I've ever ran in practice. First one I ran 6:10, second one I ran 6:0, and I was like, nah. I had 360s. I was like, nah. So I called Mark Burns to time it. I was like, dog, I feel like I timed it wrong. I started by the wrong spot or something. I never ran that fast in 60s before. And somebody else came, mark it off, and Mark was timing me this time. Mark timer 6:0. I was like, shit, I was in shape. So just going in there, I know I was in good shape. I know I was strong enough to finish because of the 200 I ran. And yeah.
All right.